Good afternoon and welcome back over to Epcot. Came on over for a very quick update trip just to see if we can see anything. I know there's a lot of work been going on with the restaurant 220, the restaurant right next to Mission Space. And I also just want to see what's going on with Guardians because I did ride the monorail over and I can see there's a lot going on with it. Man, the big things is the old solar panels that used to be on top of Ellen's are gone. And I do have a video of me going by, but I won't put that in until we get over there. But I just want to give you kind of a look what you would see coming into the park right now. So if you just look to your left, you can just see the building. But closer look, it blends in really well with the sky. So I think that's a good thing because they talked about this was not going to be camouflaged at all. But for some reason, they still have this top layer just kind of cut out. So pretty interesting. But as we continue looking at Epcot, still have the massive refurb for Spaceship Earth will be coming along, and starting in 2020 to 2022 for a 2-year-long refurb. So after riding it the last time we rode it, the other day, it needs it. Those poor cars are struggling. But also, there's still no been word about what they're going to do with this Leave a Legacy thing. These Leave a Legacies are things that they did for the turn of the millennial to the year 2000. And they've been kind of left. And the way it feels like it kind of squishes you into the middle and then out. So I don't know if they're going to get rid of them at any point, but I just do know they were a cool thing, but I would like to see it go because I feel like you could do something pretty cool up here in the front. So Spaceship Earth, posting 15-minute wait. You know what, pretty good. Like I say, if you come to Epcot early in the morning, don't do this first right away. Always wait till a little bit later. Like right now, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. No wait, pretty much. 15 minutes is 15 minutes. Also, one of the things that was kind of funny was the narrator for Spaceship Earth, at the very beginning, right when it starts, has changed because it, like, just for the beginning part, because they used to say, "Welcome to Spaceship Earth, presented by Siemens." The thing is, though, the partnership with Siemens ended a long time ago, and just recently they've been getting to the point where they're actually getting rid of all the sponsorship logos. So there's a couple things here there you still see the logo for, but I will be kind of excited to see Spaceship Earth transform to a new. So I'm going to come right up here into where the pin area is, that tip board as they call it, because that has all the wait times right there. We're going to come up here to the fountain and we're going to make an immediate left to go towards, I think it's Future World east side or west. I can't ever remember, to be honest. I always forget. So we're just going to head to the left here towards Test Track, Mission Space, and where the new Guardians coaster will go. It will be impressive though once Guardians is open, because when you walk out of the breezeway right there, you just have this huge T for Test Track, a nice display for Mission Space, and then to the left will be the Guardians building, the Guardians coaster. No official name, which is still being called. We're still calling it the Guardians coaster. But as you can see, coming up onto this building, yep, no solar panels right now. And I mean, they may be replacing the solar panels at some point and maybe putting in like newer ones, but they're doing a lot of work outside of the Epcot like boundaries as well. If you ride the monorail to Magic Kingdom, there's like just a huge like hole. So some talk they're building more solar panels, like another couple more solar panel farms, but it's a lot more than I thought it would be. But like right here, you can't really see much. This is a normal spot. I've got a spot I gotta take my picture. I gotta take my picture really quick. So now I'm gonna put in that video I took from the monorail beam, and you could just see it looks like the section that you first see is the track going into the building. It looks like they're building either the end. It looks like this is gonna be the launch and the coming back from this ride, because it is gonna be a launching coaster just based on everything. Plus you can see right here, like right in front of the old Ellen building, there's a lot of work going there. I mean, it was another very quick video, it was very short, but like, so like that right there is wide enough for 2 tracks. Or essentially you can have 1 track coming up, but it's wide enough for 2 tracks. But just based on the size of it, it's gonna probably be a multi-launching coaster because of how big the building is. It's gonna have to constantly be going back and forth. It's constantly going, and so I think it's gonna be a really cool building. Plus I do like the fact it is that bluish color, so it blends in really well with the sky. The thing that'll be really popping out is you notice in the Test Track building more than anything else in the Guardians building. And again, this is still not projected till 2021, so they may not announce anything until 2020 about it. I mean, that's still, I mean, as far as long as it is, I think it's gonna be like, I will put my prediction out there saying it's gonna be spring of 2021 because of how far along it is. Because you also have Tron going on, and we've seen Tron. I think it'll be pushing right up against that October 1st 50th anniversary timeline. I think they'll get it done because it is a ride that's already been built before. But now we're gonna head over between Test Track and Mission Space to see if we can see anything on the restaurant 220, as it's called. I tell you, there's been a lot of work on this. There is, I did remember seeing some of the concept art showing this like roundness to it, because you're supposed to technically be riding an elevator like up to the International Space Station. You're supposed to be eating. It's supposed to be like this huge dome on the outside to make it where you're looking at a screen to make it look like you're in space. But this is definitely coming far along. This is projected this year, I think. Not sure. What people also don't realize about that is it's supposed to be themed. That's why it's like close to Mission Space. But it becomes the first, or second or third like restaurant to come out into the World Showcase that's actually run by a similar group that's in the World Showcase. And so it's very nice to see that, because it's gonna be the same group that runs Via Napoli. And there's a couple other things I can't remember, but it's really coming along. Like, I'm not sure if it's 2019 or 2020 that's coming out, but it is called Space 220. And the premise is that you're gonna ride a elevator up into the International Space Station, and when you're sitting in the main area, you're going to be looking out over the stars. And sometimes you'll be seeing some of the rockets from Mission Space launching. So they may add that like harsh, like that's why you see the International Space Station on the new green side. So it's gonna be pretty cool. We're just gonna take a peek into the World Showcase and see if we can see Ratatouille. The thing with Ratatouille is it's hard to see much of it because of the fact that the building is so well hidden. It was probably one of the best well hidden buildings being built. So we'll just see what we can see. So I do love coming to Epcot this time of the year now, because Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and Studios have really got a slow period now. And even though they have Festival of the Arts, Festival of the Arts is really fun because it's during a really slow season. So you get to come out and do stuff normally you don't get to do, because like the reason I didn't say Magic, since Magic Kingdom has to just come busy all year round, which does kind of suck on many levels. But it makes it nice to come like to Epcot, to Hollywood Studios, to Disney's Animal Kingdom, and really get to see the parks not busy anymore. I still find it very funny how much farther out they have booths this year, because there were not this many booths last year, because you have these booths over here. It's just so many booths, and I love it because it really kind of gets to show off the artists' like abilities, what they can do. Alright, we'll come out to the World Showcase Lagoon, see if we can get any views of the Ratatouille building. And I can tell you right now, as I said, probably won't get to see much, but I am curious to see, because the last couple times we've been here, they've been doing a lot of work on these like islands, and I think these are going to be towards the brand new Epcot Forever temporary show, while they're working on this new show that could be coming in 2020, because we have no idea what it is. Because if you look at that right there, see there's a crane, there's barges, and there's nothing talked about it. And again, this may just be for Epcot Forever, or it could be for the brand new unnamed nighttime spectacular here at Epcot. But so it's not just this one. If you look through the middle, because this is the middle section where the ball and everything goes off, right there, and it may be hard to see because there's a glare. But you see they've got a dirt mover as well, an earth mover as well out there. And we don't know really what's going on with that. So I think it's pretty cool, because it seems like there's always something going on, especially since they are pumping $2.2 billion into this project. Most of it will be going towards that Ratatouille ride, which you can't see much of. Still coming in May of 2020, gives them a whole month to get it ready. I think because it is a copycat, it won't take, I think it'll be up and going mid-May of 2020. But again, and then there's also the gondolas, but I do that as a separate video, the gondolas. And I'm really excited because I think next week I'm gonna do an in-depth video on the gondolas, going to every one of the stations, including the one at Art of Animation and Pop Century. I know I've done that once, but I want to talk about what are some announcements they made about it. But so you can see, Epcot still got a lot going on, and there's a lot of things to be looking forward to. And I think Epcot, I hope, just based on how Hollywood Studios has come along, I'm really excited to see how they do with Epcot, because the Transformation Studios went from a park no one ever wanted to visit to everyone wants to come visit now. Not only because of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, but because of Toy Story Land, and all the other new things they have coming for that. So, I don't know. I know this is a quick video, it's not much going on. I just want to do a quick little showing what's going on. Plus I needed that picture for Guardians, because I don't want to get too far behind on that. But like I said, I think Epcot, if any reason more than the fact that this park is the reason why Disney World exists. Walt Disney announced the experimental prototype Community of Tomorrow, his Epcot, as he called it. And the fact that he died before they could ever come to fruition, I think that's the reason why Epcot has never been the park it could be. I mean, when it first opened, it was an amazing park. These festivals are fantastic. So you've really taken the World Showcase and made it the foodie area. But now you got to get on Future World. And I think that Guardians ride, Restaurant 220, and all the other improvements, including the spaceship refurb, will really take it to the next level and bring it back to the glory it should be. So I also want to point out one again, look at the difference of this like light blue building of Guardians and Test Track's silver building. I mean, it does stand out. That building for Guardians does stand out, but not as much as that. But I also think it also kind of, you can see the golden dome of the Wonders Pavilion. I really hope they do something with Wonders Pavilion. I think there's a lot of things they could do with it. Just don't know what they'll do with it. And like I said before, very, very, very quick trip out to Epcot for the quick update, just see what's going on. Mostly because I just try to keep up with it. I try to come out at least once every couple of 2 to 3 weeks. One, to keep my picture streak going with what's going on up for Guardians and everything, but also to just see if there's anything going on. Really not much. I do think starting late this year, early next year, we will see a lot more going on. Because the idea is that Epcot's not prepping for the 50th anniversary of Disney World. It's actually prepping itself for the 40th anniversary of Epcot, which is in 2022. So it'll be a year after the 50th comes around. That's why Spaceship Earth is going down for 2 years during that time frame. So it's very much of a interesting game that they're playing with this park, because this park means a lot to Disney. Like I said, Epcot was the idea of the Florida project, and when Florida became part of the Disney park area. So, but I mean, for the little bit we did see, it was really good. Can't wait to see just what keeps coming along. So with all that being said, as I do head out from a very quick trip out to Epcot, I will see y'all next time.